this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hunky Dory Craft TV this morning. I'm Kelly Singleton and I'll be with you for the next hour for this live launch of our fabulous new stamp sets. But I'm not alone today. I am with the Stamping Queen, and that's only right for this type of show.
Aww.
Good morning, Natalie.
I like that introduction. Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome. Well, I know you are the best at stamps, aren't you?
I like stamps. They are my favourite. I like to be able to compose different things with them. I like the freedom that you get with stamps. So yeah, I would say I do like stamping the best.
And you was on Create and Craft with these at the weekend, I think it was. Was it the weekend?
It was Saturday and it was so busy. Over 70% of the stock had gone by the end of the day. People were loving it. We had some fantastic offers. We have a stamp that we're going to show you that sold out in less than 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
So when we get to that, I will tell you, because you need to be adding that into your baskets if you want it, because I know people are going to be looking around for that, waiting for it to come back.
Yes, absolutely.
Crazy.
But apart from that, how you all look very summery today.
Yes, it was hilarious. It was hilarious when I walked in today because I've got a long summery floaty dress on and I was going to put my trainers on, but I thought my trainers are going to take me like 5 minutes to put on and lace up properly. I'll just throw some sandals on. It was sunny when I left Rosendale. It's grey clouds right now out here. So when I walked in, people looked at me like I'd gone absolutely insane, which most people look at me like that anyway. But yeah, it was a little, it was warm, the reception I got this morning.
Yes,
it was incredibly warm, like, what are you doing?
It's very grey in Preston. And so I was thinking this morning, should I put sandals on? But you see, our very strict producer here, Emily, she makes me wear heels because I'm a little bit short. So I've got winter boots on and Natalie comes in her lovely summery outfit and I was like, right, I'm going to have to go home. I have to go home and get changed.
Well, you're the warmest one out of the both of us, so don't worry.
Okay, guys, shall we have a look at our amazing rollover this week, our Win It Weekly prize. Oh. You could get all of this. One person, we're not going to split this up into 1, 2, 3, or 3 people. One person is going to win all of this.
Over £400.
£400. Do we know the exact price, Emily? I feel like I remember you saying 430 something, but don't quote me. It's over £400.
It's incredible though.
All
Look at all the
sorts
tools you've got in there.
£413 and £61.
Oh, nice. £413. And all you have to do to win this is like, share and comment and answer this question. What year was Hunky Dory's first Facebook Live show? Was it A, 2016, was it B, 2017, or was it C, 2019? And I do remember this, so I'm not going to say anything, but I was going to give something away. I can't speak about it.
Well, I gave something away on Monday, so it's fine.
Okay.
So I said about when I started.
That's what I was going to
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Apologies. I don't know what's happening in the warehouse, but someone keeps moving the wall.
Oh, we've got somebody.
Maybe it's an earthquake. Who knows? Who knows?
Even the cactuses are excited.
Honestly. It's like Richter scale 10 in here. Keeps moving and I'm looking at it like, look, it's doing it again. The wall is going to come in. Quick, we need to get on with the show.
We do, quickly. Okay, so everybody comment your answer to this, what you think it is, and we will pick the winner on Friday. So let's just recap what's been happening this week. As you probably know, it is our Blooming Good Gifts. And that means every single order placed gets a free gift. and the more you spend, the more free gifts you get. So we're giving away absolutely tons of things this week. So let's have a look.
It's incredible.
It's good, isn't it?
It is. It's really good.
So every order placed, you will get a Deco large set. So, and you know, we've got loads of designs.
I think there's over 50 different ones that you could possibly get thrown in your box, yeah.
So I think our dispatch team on one of these events have to work twice as hard, because it's like picking two parcels, isn't it? With all the extra gifts that you can get. So if you spend £15, you will get the Deco large sheet and some diamond sparkles. Then spend £25 and you get the Deco large sheet, the diamond sparkles, and an adorable scoreable pattern pack.
That's incredible.
And no, so it's not old gifts. These are new products. They are products that you will definitely want and be able to use.
This is very true. And they're consumables. They're things that you will use quite a bit as well, I think.
Or even, do you know, if you've already got them, you can give them as a gift.
Yeah.
So spend £40 and you will get the little book as well, which is worth £9.99. And then spend £50 and you would also get a deluxe card collection. So already your free gifts are worth £30. So if you place in an order of £50, you're getting technically £80 of stuff.
That's crazy.
£80 of crafty things. Spend £75 and you get a popper topper pad. And then finally, if you spend £100, you get all this that I've just shown you and a moonstone die. So that's over £60 worth of free gifts.
It's incredible.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is really, really good.
And you know we just love free gifts here. So
we do. We love giving stuff away.
Let us know as well in the comments if you've placed an order since Monday, so we know if anybody's waiting for some fabulous free gifts in their parcels.
Or maybe you spent so much that you got next day delivery, you already have it. Let us know what you got included in your box.
Oh yes, of course.
Because people will already have some next day orders.
Yes,
they will.
Absolutely. So that runs until Sunday at midnight, so definitely make the most of that. And this week as well, Dan will have shown you on Monday, we've got an exclusive Father's Day Moonstone die. So usually £4.99, but if you sign in, you can get this for just £3.99. And if you've already got the Mother's Day one, you'll know how quickly that got snapped up.
I'm surprised that we've still got some left, you know.
I know, I'm surprised.
I don't think there'll be that much, but I was very surprised this morning that it wasn't like, it's sold out.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be.
No, I don't think it is, or if it has, we'll have a very angry Hannah.
We will have a very angry
Say, what are you saying? But no, I think we've definitely got some left.
We definitely do.
So yeah, go and get those. So before we take a look at our sketchbook stamps, let's roll VT. Okay, so I've got the sketchbook stamps here, and I know originally I was going to do the show with Stacey today.
It was.
But she is super busy, and I haven't told her, but one of my favourite stamp sets ever is in this collection.
Is it?
It is the tea shop.
It's really cute, isn't it?
Absolutely love it.
I think they're really, really beautiful stamps. I mean, the detail in them is incredible. They're perfect for people who have never stamped before, because you have that whole image there.
Yes.
You don't have to compose that yourself. You've got a really nice starting point to make really beautiful cards. So Stacey's done a fantastic job on these, and I know she was excited to do this show as well, so it's a shame that she can't be here, but we're going to bring you some good demos and show you through all the products.
Yes, so I'll just run through the 6 new stamps here. So we've got the village church first, which is just absolutely beautiful, and you can use this for weddings, for christening. I know there's some lovely sentiments here, so you can also use this for sympathy. But it's very delicate and it's lovely. And as well, we just need to talk about, do you know, the little pictures and how you can use these to build up your designs.
You really can, because you can stamp the big image, then you can maybe stamp the smaller ones, cut them out, pop them over the top, do some layering effects. You can use them to create your backgrounds with if you wanted to. The same with the text as well. The text makes really nice backgrounds. But just simple cards, maybe just stamping that one image, stamping the next image next to it on an A6 looks amazing.
Yeah.
This one is probably one of my favourites.
Is this one of your favourites?
It reminds me of my holiday last year to Tenby, because they had a little harbour and it was just like that.
And I think as well, for most people, we haven't managed to get away this year, so it is like appreciating what we have in this country.
It really is. And
I think as well with stamps like this, you can personalise these to whoever. You can do it for a male or female, just with the way you colour and create your card.
It's very true.
We've got a lovely country cottage here, and I was trying to Google some of the flowers this morning because I'm not a great gardener.
Me neither.
But I think I may be wrong. These might be like some foxgloves round the side.
I think you're correct.
Possibly.
I think you are correct.
Very, very beautiful.
But this reminds me of, do you know like when you're walking in the Lake District?
Yeah.
And you just stumble across the most beautiful house and you're instantly in love. That is one of those cottages, isn't it?
Like a cottage out of a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just when you
like the one in The Notebook.
Oh gosh, yes. Or the Holiday.
Yeah.
Just a really beautiful cottage.
So you could colour this in as well and add glitter to it to make it look like snow. So you can also change the seasons of these, which is you don't have to be super bright and summery. They can fit the theme that you're making for.
I hadn't thought of that at all. Of course you can. Here we've got the lovely park walk, and I think what's great about this
married in one of those.
Oh, do you?
In an orangery.
I think you can do that at the one in Preston, actually.
Is there?
Yes. And we'll have all been on lots of walks this year, so we can appreciate how beautiful these are. And there's a sentiment on this stamp set, and it says, "These are the moments we will look back on with joy."
Very true.
I think we know. We will.
Because you've learnt to appreciate the little things.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
going on a walk is definitely one of them.
Oh, this is nice. This reminds me of Blackpool.
Me too.
Yes, I thought you would say
home.
Yes, absolutely. So we've got, the seafront. We've got the deck chairs here. We've got some little shells that you can personalise the card with. And then finally, the last one is just the best one.
This is very cute, isn't it?
The tea rooms. Oh, I absolutely love this. I can just imagine going to a tea room now, having
a little tea,
a cup of tea, china cups,
loads of cake.
Yes, that's it. We're on food. We're talking about food again.
Oh, we need to stop.
We can't stop, can we? We're greedy at Hunky Dory Crafts. There's no other word for it. So please may you do us a little demo with these.
Yeah, I will do. We're going to use, first of all, the park walk. So I did a lot of demos on Saturday. If you did watch it, I'm going to use 2 of the stamps that we didn't use over the weekend, just to show you a little bit something different. So first of all, I'm going to create my background. Now, because it's a park, I'm going to use my stamp actually. Let's just use these text ones. We'll mix and match them. And what colour should we do? Because it's a park, let's go green.
Oh yeah.
Let's go green. So I'm going to stamp my words in a dark colour, and then I'm going to do a lighter colour for the background. So if I take my blending tool, which I have, all my blending tools are underneath my pads, and I've just used some Velcro dot. A lady did ask on an email actually, after I'd mentioned this, how we put the Velcro on here. Mine's actually like sticky back Velcro, but if you were going to use just regular Velcro that you have from like sewing, I would suggest putting all your foam pads flat, sticking them on with either construction glue or a super glue, and leaving them to dry for quite a long time, because obviously we're going to be pulling that off quite a lot, and if you do it with something like a white craft glue, it's not going to last very long. So I've got some watercolour card here because I'm going to do some colouring in with my watercolour pens in a bit, and I wanted to have that cardstock already there so I can get the best from it. So I'm going in quite lightly, and then just going over the edges even darker, just to create that nice sort of shadowy effect here that we've got. And then I'm going to pop this to one side, and we will get our little words.
Just while you're making the background there, I didn't say, but of course these are £8 each, or you can get any 3 for £2, or if you already love the look of these, you can get all 6 for £30, which saves £18 if you get the bundle, which is an amazing saving.
So then I'm going in with the olive green, which is a really nice colour, and I'm just popping this sort of off the side, moving my stamp around so it's creating a nice little effect here, like so. And then we're going to swap that stamp out for the smaller stamp, which kind of like carries on the verse, and it's talking about the flowers that are included in this collection, and we'll fill in those other gaps with that other text. So you've got that sort of information there in the background of your stamped image. So let's just fill this in, because this is obviously going to be the back of our card, so you want it to look quite full, as to why I'm going back in and filling in those gaps that we created with our text. So we have this now. Let's just do a little bit more there. And then this is a 5x5 piece, by the way, just to let you know. And then I've cut another piece down, which is 4.5, so that's going to fit on here like that. Now to add more, to bring this in together, I'm actually going to go back in with my apple green and really lightly just do the edges. So I'm not adding a lot of pressure here. I'm keeping my pressure quite light and then going over all the sides just to bring the green in. And I would never normally use green for a background of a card. It's quite a garish colour sometimes, but I think this looks quite nice, and it's going to fit in lovely with the theme of the stamp. So now we've got our main image ready. I'm going to bring in my stamping press, and we're going to create like a layering effect with our stamps and some masking sheet. So I'm going to take the big stamp with the orangery and the little one with the chair, and then let's stamp the duck as well, because it's always nice to see a little duck at the park.
I'm just reading some of these comments, and Christine Davis has just told us that the holiday cottage from the film has got a really ugly extension on the back and has just sold for 2.5 million.
2.5 million? Oh my gosh.
Can't put an extension on that beautiful cottage.
Oh, it's lovely. It's such a beautiful house, isn't it?
Yep.
So I've used, because I'm going to layer these up, but we're going to have the park bench on top of our park image. What I'm going to do is I've just used that as like a guide as to where I'm going to put that stamp. So what I can do now is take that away and place that down. Bring my lid, pop that on there. Let's get my VersaFine, which is our black ink pad, which is really good for using with stamps like this because it picks up really fine details. So we'll pop that down, make sure that we're putting pressure on all of those sections. And And then once you lift it up, you get a beautiful, really clear image. Let me lift you up to show you how well that stamps.
Oh, that's
now,
really nice.
We're going to take a piece of masking sheet, which I've just cut to the rectangle size of this stamp. And we're just going to pop that on top of here, like so. And it really only needs to go across the area that you're going to cover up. So I could have just used some tape and just done it across that side there, but I don't want this to move. So now what we're going to do is place our larger stamp over here and take my stamping press again. I'll just remove those ones. And then this is going to create like a little overlapped effect just in the bottom corner. And then with our small one that we've done with our duck, I'm also going to cut that out and use it on some foam pads just to give some more dimension to the card. So you've got a nice sort of layered effect with all of your stamps here. And then these are really quite big, so if it does miss out something, like it just missed out this tree here, you can always go back in, add some more ink, put some more pressure on, and you know you're going to get a really nice image. I think lastly, just need, then when you pull that off, they're overlapping.
Oh, that looks really good.
And the image is quite nice on there. I'm going to put my duck maybe in the middle of there, so I've got this space for my sentiment, which we're going to use. It's the one that says, "These are the moments we'll look back on in joy." So let's just stick that on there. We'll stamp that in black, so it's our main sentiment, and it's got quite a lot of space. You're going to be able to read it really well. I'm just going to get this ink off my hands. And then what we can do now is bring in our colours and colour this in. So I'm using my ink pads to colour these because I think that gives you the nicest feeling with your colours. So just putting some colour down onto my mat. I'm going to do a couple of greens. So we've got olive green, and we'll use the rainforest green for sort of some more texture. I need to use a blue. What else do we need? We need...
I always really panic when you stamp the mat. I don't know why. I don't know.
Because it's not going to come off?
Yeah.
No, it will do. We'll use some pinks. I just need to remember which colours I've stamped, because then when I go to colour it all in, it might look crazy. So then using your water brush, I'm going to go in with the light green, and this is the green that we coloured the background in, so it's all going to come together nicely. I'm going to do that across the whole of this section actually, and our trees. So the best thing about these stamps, which I think, is that you can create beautiful sort of really artistic stamped cards where the colours sort of mix in. It's not perfect in a way, and it's easier to do this type of colouring in for sure. So once we've got our sort of base layer of colour down on those trees, then we can go in with the darker colour and we can add sort of shaded areas, pulling in the colour from different sections, creating that nice feel to it. We can add, if we add some more water,
and these are so detailed as well that you don't have to add loads of
you really
colour,
don't.
do you?
You really don't.
It's entirely up to you.
A little bit to sort of bring it out, add some dimension as well, and then you're pretty much ready to go with this. Now this is quite a yellowy colour, and the olive is like a yellowy green, but once you've brought in that other colour, it really sort of adds to the feel, and you get that nice look. Then with our roasted coffee, I'm just going to go down one side of my tree branch.
Tracy has just said, do we know when the water brushes are back in stock?
It's June, I think,
It
you
is,
know.
isn't it? So not too long now, I know.
It's not too long. But there are other water brushes on the market, or just using a paintbrush. A paintbrush works just as well. So I'm going to just bring out that green there. Soften those colours out. I'm going to go in with some more darker green as well, just to add dimension to that tree that we've coloured in, just to bring it to life a bit more. And you can add as many layers of colour as you wish. It's really down to you how much you put on here. So then just a few branches in the middle, and we're going to do this path a nice colour as well. And then our blue, just wipe that clean because it has a lot of green on there. Our blue I'm going to make quite light actually, and then we can just do sort of the accents of this beautiful sort of glass pavilion, I think that's the word, to make it stand out on there. And then we'll do exactly the same down the bottom, just make this all lovely and green.
So I know why you've chosen this one, because you're just testing your wedding invitations, aren't you there?
Possibly. Possibly.
Well, I'll tag Dan in our Facebook Live after.
Thanks.
Get him to have a little look.
Yes, he'll love that, Kelly. But no, I have honestly wanted to get married in one of these ever since I've watched Escape to the Chateau, because they have an orangery, and their orangery is beautiful, and I'm just obsessed with the show.
It's my favourite TV. I just want to be Angel.
So do I. She's so clever with the way that she puts things together, isn't she?
And she designs her own wallpaper.
Oh, the wallpaper's phenomenal.
I mean,
and the dried flower wall, do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
That was quite spectacular.
And the butterflies.
Oh, yeah, that go all the way up the wall. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun decorating.
See, we could use Stacey's drawings here, couldn't we? And stamp our own patterns to make and put on. We can stamp on fabric. Can you stamp on fabric?
Yeah, you can stamp on fabric.
Right, Stacey, I'm going to do it.
We're stealing all your bits.
Stealing your work, Stacey. You're going to make all sorts of pretty things.
If you're watching. But these are great. Even they remind me, the way it's sketched out and stuff, because it's really quite artsy. Reminds me of, do you know, like the pictures you used to see in like your great aunt's houses and grandparents' houses of like scenes and villages. It really reminds me of that. So you can get so creative here. I mean, it does take a while to colour in. It's not the fastest thing to sit here and watch me colour this in.
But it's very therapeutic.
The end results are really quite great. So now, oh, that's a bit grey. I may have needed to clean that a bit more. I'm going to go in with pink. And we're just popping this colour sort of loosely over these tulips that you can see, just flooding the top bit of this image and the side edges as well. And then if you want to add some colour there, just go in with the darker one and add little spots to it. And then if we clean, this is my least favourite bit of stamping.
The clean?
The clean, because all of this colour has got to go, and it's sad.
I mean,
it's really sad.
I didn't know that, because your craft area in the office is so tidy. I thought, you love tidying.
I do like tidying, but it is also quite sad. Oh, I forgot my little duck. Let's just cut quickly. What colours are ducks? Are they grey or are they brown?
Brownie green.
Brownie green?
Are they?
Male ones are, yeah.
Male ones with all the fabulous colours.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? They're like, what's the word? Iridescent, when they like turn.
Yes.
Okay, let's give this guy a little orange beak. Now, because I don't want to re-stamp my mat, what I'm going to do is, if you just go to the edge of your thingy, you can actually pick up colour that way. Just sort of prod your paintbrush onto that ink and you will pick some colour up. So let's give him a nice orange beak. It's probably a bit oranger than anticipated, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go in with this thundercloud. Well, let's pick some of that colour up.
We've got a few other lovers of the Escape to the Chateau programme in
It's the best
comments.
thing. It's so good. It really is. And then a peacock green to give him that little dash of colour. And maybe I'll go back over with my grey just to blend that out a little bit. So, because we don't want to miss him out. Just pop that, pick up that grey.
This just looks so lovely. It's like an illustration from
It is, isn't
book.
it? It's
beautiful.
It's so nice to colour in, and it's so easy to colour in. You don't have to be an amazing colourist to make cards or projects with this. And they're going to make beautiful cards. They're going to make beautiful home decor projects.
Yep.
The scenes are really sort of what Britain is all about, I think. They've got some real sort of classic
Quintessentially British.
Yeah.
I like that word.
So let's pop this onto our background piece, and then we can layer onto that our little duck, because we nearly forgot about him. So let's pop this nice and centrally, and those greens that we've got in that background really just pop there. And then I need some scissors. Do we have scissors here?
Yes,
I'm sure I had some. Oh, yeah.
wipe.
There's just too much going on today. Honestly, if you could do an extra large shot of how much rubbish I have around me right now, it would just look like everyone's craft room, I feel.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's pop this on. I think it's quite white, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to use the bottom of my blending sponge, because I don't want to take it off, because I just want to have that green sort of on there. So if I just flick the blending sponge, it gives me a nice little bit of edge of green around there as well, so it all matches together. And then we'll pop this. Where am I going to pop it? Here.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Right on there. There, like that. And then I'm just going to pop that onto a 5x5, and there is your first card ready to go. And it didn't look like that about 10 minutes ago, did it? And just adding those colours, those pops of colours, really adds something special to your card. So these are great starter kits, I think, for getting quite creative, using your inks, using your pens, your pencils possibly if you have them. But I love this stamp set.
It's beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think as well with stamps like these, the way Natalie has just made that, and it's not took her very long, possibly maybe 10 minutes we'll say, but whoever you give that card to will think that you've spent ages doing that.
Yes.
And that so much thought's gone into it, which it has, but it's relatively easy just to add a few pops of colour and make these stamps just look
really is
beautiful. So don't forget you can get all 6 of these for £30. So I'll just show you here just the detail that you don't get from the actual stamp sets of some of these. I think Emily's just sorting our camera. There we go. So you can just see how amazing these look just stamped in black as well. You could stamp these on coloured cards. But I like what Natalie said before, and that's that you can even change the season of these.
You can.
You can add a bit of snow, you can add like orangey tones and make the park look like autumn. There's so much you can do, and of course the different sizes of the stamps on here means that you can layer them up. I mean, it is called our sketchbook collection, so you know these are perfect if you are journaling too.
Oh yeah, journaling, scrapbooking. Yeah. They're going to look ace in these.
And I think even if you keep a diary, the little sentiments and the smaller stamps, they're just really quite easy just to add in your diary, just to add a little something extra. But these are beautiful. So I'm going to show you some cards made by the team, so you can see what everybody else has done with these stamps.
The stamp team have done a phenomenal job with this collection. We really, really liked them.
I was excited to take some photos for these. But here we go, we've got that beautiful beach scene, and I absolutely love. She's added some tiny shells. I'm not sure who created this one. Do you know?
This one was one that I did on telly.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, it was a quick one we did on the first show.
Love it.
But I love it. Super fun.
Again, using the same stamp, but you can see it's a completely different theme.
And that adorable scorable that has been used there is our, I think it's our abstract ombre.
Yep.
It works perfectly.
Perfect. It's like the beat, got the sea and the sand in there. Another one here, we've added some texture behind, used the smaller stamps to build up a bit of a layout. And then here we've got the beach scene with the Ferris wheel.
I love how you're using the stamps in the background as well on that one.
Yeah.
Stamping them in one colour and then just adding touches of colour around it. It really works.
Oh, this is beautiful. I think I need to live in one of these houses.
Doesn't it look amazing?
Yeah. Oh, and just, it almost looks like you've drawn these yourself.
It does.
You know?
I think so. It has that real sort of feel to it that you could pass it off that you'd done it.
Yeah, I think
no one would know.
I would, because you know I tell little fibs when I give people a card and that you've made, and I'm like, I've made this. Oh, that's lovely. I'm not sure what that style of card is called. You know, I was going to say a stepper, but I know that's wrong.
I'm not sure myself.
Just gorgeous. And you can see, like, we've used all the images here from the stamp set, and it still looks really great. I think as well, could you mix and match these stamps? You could if you wanted to create your own layouts.
Yeah, I've mixed and matched some of them. Some of the smaller ones just to create more images throughout. I've used some from different ones like the flowers because they're quite universal.
Yep. Oh, this is really nice. I think we've got some embossing on here, heat embossing that I don't think you'll be able to see, but I can feel the texture. And the colours of this looks like it's reminding me of Italy, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
It can be any place, even though the artwork is quite, as we've said, British. For that one, you could be in Italy, you could be in the south of France.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world that has a beautiful harbour.
Same with this one as well. I think maybe that's how we can all imagine going on holiday, colouring in these. Beautiful. Oh, I love this added bit of Hessian there. This one's from Jane.
I love that.
Lovely.
It's really a nice idea to just chop them all up into little sections.
And then here you can see just what it does, stamping with just one colour.
Yeah.
Which is still really effective, and I think the church in that white just looks brilliant.
Really nice.
Lovely, a little bit of a watercolour wash behind. Got the church there. And then, just love it.
It's so nice, isn't it?
I know I shouldn't be biased, but I can't help it.
I love the tea room one. It is really cute.
Let us know in the comments which is your favourite, which one you like, which one you can imagine being the first one that you would like to craft with.
Yeah.
I think the easiest one that you could use. Oh, the colours, pastel colours, beautiful.
They're so cute. There's some great ones here.
Oh, look at the little bike there.
I like that one, how the bike's been cut out to create that road. It's great.
And then just the last two here.
I love that. The colours in that are amazing.
They really are, aren't they?
Super fun. Super fun.
And then we also have as well the postcard stamp, which this is a stamp we launched last year, but this works perfectly with this collection.
It does.
You can stamp on this side here with the pictures from the other stamps, but yeah, this ties in amazing, and that's £8 or any 3 for 2 on
and that
any
was
of our
the one
stamps.
that's the one that sold out.
Oh, is it?
Sold out in like 15 minutes of the first show. So if you want it, you have to get it, because otherwise
It's going to go, isn't it?
It's gonna go.
That's like a staple one, really, isn't it, for the rest of the stamps?
Yeah.
Like if you didn't know what to do on your background, or you just wanted to quickly put something there, then that stamp's perfect for it.
It really is.
So what stamp are you going to use
Okay,
now?
so we're mixing the church one with the postcard one. We're actually going to create a postcard from it. I think this one's really nice because we visit like loads of places as a nation, and I think when you go into a church and you just see it and it's beautiful, you're like looking through the grounds of it.
Yeah.
There's always sort of like a little sort of charity area or something there where with an honesty box where you could buy something as a like reminder of visiting that place. And this would be really nice if you live in a village and you have a beautiful church, to stamp these out, to put them in a little honesty box and give them as like souvenirs to help raise funds for your church. So we've got the postcard stamp ready to go. I'm using slate grey to stamp this out first of all, and I'm going to create quite a vintage look here. So I'm adding, need to make sure that this is on straight actually, just make sure I can remove that air bubble from the centre, otherwise it is going to stamp that centre section if it's up a little bit. So adding my grey on here first of all, and I'm adding loads of colour just to make sure that it stamps really nicely that first time. So I'm popping that down onto here. I've actually missed some colour out, so let's go back in and add that in again.
Which is a great thing about the stamping press, isn't it? You don't
Yeah,
have to
because
worry.
for things like this, it's so detailed that you wouldn't want to try and line that back up again if you were using an acrylic block, because that would be quite stressful. So I've gone in with a slate grey, which is really, really light, and it has got some darker bits and some lighter bits, but that's okay because that's sort of the effect that we wanted here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over, and I want to use the frame on the other side. So if I've got my masking sheet, what I can do is, if I cut a rectangle from this and I place that over here, I need to make sure that it's the right size first of all. It covers all of those sections that we don't want stamped. And then I think we're going to have to just trim my edges down.
Andrea has said these are making me want to go on holiday, these stamps.
They do make you feel like that, and it is a little sad that we can't do it. But
I think it just makes you want to go outside.
it just makes you want to visit places, doesn't
Yeah.
it? To get out, go for walks, see some really nice places that are around the country. So I'm popping this back on now because I'm gonna just have to see where I've put this, so then it goes on sort of in the centre again. And we'll just move my my little magnets, and then I can pop this in place. Now where is that shorter edge? That shorter edge needs to go here. So if I lift this up now, I'm going to judge where this needs to go. We might have to pull it off, or what we can do actually is probably, if I place it on top of there like that, and I can lift it off, I can switch this over, and then get that in some sort of line. Nope, that's not going to work. It was a nice try though. It was a nice try. So I need to just pop it down.
Is this a masking sheet that you're using?
This is a masking sheet. So wherever I put this,
Yep.
it's going to sort of leave the outside edge. So
Oh, of course.
let's see. I think that's perfect there. Then we'll go back in with our slate grey, because we're wanting to create that sort of really oldie worldy kind of steampunk-esque look here, but I just want that outside border. So let's stamp this now. And then, so on one side I've got the whole postcard, on the other side this should just leave me with the frame. I'm just going to go in on that top corner again. And then once we've peeled this away, you've got that image. So you've got the frame from the postcard on one side and then the full postcard on the other side. And now I'm going to take my wild mushroom, which is a really sort of nice brown colour. It's not too, it's quite neutral actually. And I'm just going to bring that in around the edges to create that really sort of something you'd find in maybe a cupboard in the house that's been around for ages, a really old looking sort of postcard look. And we'll do the same on this side as well.
Sally Ann, I love that these stamps have just fell into your basket and that you have to hide your bank card now. But what's great is you will also get the blooming good gifts.
You will, because anything you order,
yeah,
you're going to get some free gifts as well.
So if you buy the bundle for £30, you will get, yes, I was going to say you'll get £25 worth of gifts, but you will get gifts worth over £12. So you will get your decollage set, you'll get diamond sparkle gemstones, and you will also get an adorable scoreable pattern pack, which includes 24 sheets of beautiful cardstock. So definitely worth doing.
So I'm going to just, because I've obviously got some ink on here, so let's just clean that up. And I've dropped it. I knew this was going to happen. I've dropped it.
What did you drop?
I've dropped my postcard on the floor. Just bear with me
Okay,
slightly.
just bear with Natalie while she just rearranges herself.
I'm just going to have to get it.
But
I'm just going to have to get it.
Let us know in the comments if any of you have bought these stamps so far. I know I've seen a lot of comments about you liking these, and some of you aren't sure of the smallest stamps but think you can make these work, which I think you definitely can.
Oh, you definitely can.
And I think these are perfect for all sorts. I can imagine sending my friends birthday cards with these, because there's so many themes that are just perfect for lots of people.
Definitely. So I'm going to go in with my with the church image, and let's do "May your day be filled with blessings," and we can probably stamp that in a darker colour here. So for this we're going to take our stamping press, just need to remove that stamp that's on there and pop this on here. And then I'm going to do it in slate grey so it matches. The only thing is now you can't colour this in with your inks because this is a water-based ink pad. So if you had a VersaFine that's in a grey, then you could stamp this on, you could colour it in with your watercolour pencils, and you're going to get that nice washed look. But because we're not going to be able to do that, let's go in again. But it's still, because we've got that really nice church image here and we're creating that sort of oldie worldy look, we can just go in with some with a dry brush and a light colour to create that look that we're going for. So we've got our church on there. I'm going to stamp my sentiment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this in VersaFine, but I'm going to second generation stamp it so it's not as harsh, because obviously all of our colours now are really quite muted. So to do that, if you just get a spare piece of cardstock and lightly stamp it onto your image, let's do that again. Lightly stamp it onto your image and then stamp again. It gives you a lighter finish on there. So may your day be filled with blessings. And then I'm going to get my water brush, and this one actually doesn't have any water left in it, which is great. But it means that I can go in with a lighter grey, or let's go in with the wild mushroom actually, and use this to just add shadows to our church. So you're using the same colour, but you have to be careful because you don't want, it needs to be a dry brush, because if you use a wet one, all these beautiful images that you've put on here, they'll all go sort of, they'll mix into each other and you won't get that nice clean effect. So we'll go in just on sort of like the accents of the church with that colour, just to bring it out and make it look like an old-time photo.
Christine has said, love the postcard. Will it survive going through the post without
Of course it will.
putting it in an envelope? Yes.
If you're using a strong cardstock, this is our watercolour card, or if you use possibly, what else would you use, Kel?
I just make sure
it means 350, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think that would be fine. So now, because I want to colour in the trees, but I don't want them to be super green, I'm mixing my olive green with that brown to create like a muddy green. So it's still, you're still going to get the green colour coming through, but you're also going to keep it in that sort of sepia tone, just to bring the colour out here.
Linda has said, I'm not a stamper, but when I see these beautiful stamps, I want to give it a go. I think definitely give it a go. And as well, if you're a bit nervous on starting stamping, our Crafting with Hunky Dory magazines are full of how to...
Oh, there's some great projects in there, isn't there?
Yeah, instructions. So you can just take your time with it and you can read through each one, so you don't have to be as nervous to start the card design. So I'd definitely give that a go.
I would recommend that, I think. I think it's a really nice starting point for anyone who wants to do that type of stamping. So I'm going to leave this like this now. I'm just sort of adding a little bit of colour on certain areas to make it look more distressed, really. But you can add as much or as little colour as you want to your postcards. So we've got the front section here, which has that church really lightly coloured in there, and then that may your day be filled with blessings, and then you've got the postcard section at the back. Room for your stamp, your address and your little message.
Beautiful. That's so lovely. Thank you very much for
You're
doing
welcome.
that. I like that a lot of people are now saying go for it with the stamping in the comments. You have to. I think as well with stamping, you've just got to make sure you've got the right tools to start with. So I would definitely say, from me, and I'm a beginner, really, the stamping press is amazing.
Yeah.
And it just takes off the pressure of when you stamp and it's not quite right, in case you think that you've ruined any of your artwork. So thank you so much for the demos.
Thank you.
I'll just quickly recap. You can get all 6 of these beautiful stamps for just £30. You will save £18, and you will also get your Blooming Good gifts if you order this collection before Sunday this week. And of course, before we go, let's just give you another little sneak peek of this amazing rollover box that one lucky winner is going to win.
It's incredible.
Incredible. And we promise we won't touch any, I won't go and steal any little products.
I'll make sure she doesn't.
You will definitely get over £400, and the winner will be announced on Friday. We will post that out to you that day. So like, share and comment to be in with a chance to win that. And I think all I've got left to do is to put this into our new rollover box. Is that right, Emily?
Yeah.
Yes, this is going into the new one. So we can't even say when that one will be won.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It might be next week.
It
Might be next Friday, you never know.
You never know. So thank you so much for watching. We will be back on Friday with, I think, yes, I do know what it is, our Hobbies for Him collection. And that's it from me. Anything else from you, Natalie?
I don't think so.
No, we've covered
No,
everything
I think
we
we've
need
covered
to.
everything. I think these stamps are a great starting point for those people who have never wanted to stamp before. This is a great starter product to get onto, because the images are beautiful. You'll definitely make the most out of them. But I think even if you just get one or two of them, is a great way to start stamping. And once you've started, then that's where the problem happens, because you'll just fall in love with it and you won't want to do anything else.
And of course, anything that you do make, we love to see. So submit them to us, and you can enter on the blog, or you can email studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back on Friday. Thank you. Bye.